Some stories aren't meant to be heard at night, but you clicked anyway. Now there's no turning back.
My phone talks to spirits. I'm Sophia Reed. 28. Female. Software tester for a faceless tech firm that pays me to sit alone in my one-bedroom apartment in Chicago's Edgewater neighborhood and break things that other people built. No friends nearby. No family left. Just me, my laptop, and the phone that started talking to the dead 3 weeks ago. It began with a glitch. I was testing a new messaging app at 2:17 a.m., the hour when the city outside my window sounds like it's holding its breath. The screen flickered once, then a pop-up appeared that I'd never coded. Spirit link enabled. Would you like to connect? I laughed, tapped no, and the phone rebooted itself. Battery at 100%. No update log. Nothing. The next night it happened again. Only this time the pop-up said my mother's name. Mom had been gone 14 months. Car accident on I-90. They told me she died instantly. I never got to say goodbye. The phone rang. Unknown caller. Area code from the town where I grew up. I answered, Sophie. The voice was thin, like wind through cracked glass. Exactly how Mom used to say my name when she was tired. Baby, it's cold here. So cold. My stomach dropped through the floor. I hung up. The call log showed 0 seconds. No trace. I told myself it was a deepfake. Some cruel prank from a hacker who'd stolen old voicemails. I factory reset the phone. It took 40 minutes. When it finished booting, the wallpaper was a photo of Mom standing in our old kitchen, smiling at me like she knew a secret. I had never set that photo. Night 3, the phone started whispering even when it was on silent. I'd be brushing my teeth and hear her voice leaking from the speaker like steam. You left the stove on again, Sophie. Always so careless. The stove was off. I checked. Twice. Then the others started. First it was my high school best friend, Leah, who drowned in senior year. Soph, tell Mom I'm sorry I stole her earrings. She's here. She forgives me. Leah's voice was waterlogged, bubbling at the edges. Then my old boss, Mr. Harlan, who had a heart attack at his desk last winter. The quarterly report is wrong, Reed. Fix it or I'll keep calling until you do. He sounded exactly like he did when he was alive, impatient, cigarette rough. Every dead person I'd ever known began queuing up. They didn't ask for peace. They asked for favors. Small things at first. Water the orchid on your windowsill. My spirit is trapped in its roots. I watered it. The next morning the orchid had bloomed blood-red flowers that smelled like funeral lilies. I stopped sleeping. The phone never died. It charged itself. At 3 a.m. it would vibrate on my chest like a second heartbeat and play voicemails from people who died while I was still in elementary school. A cousin I barely remembered telling me where he hid the money he stole from Grandma. A stranger, a girl who jumped from the Willis Tower in 2019, whispering my social security number like a lullaby. I tried everything. Airplane mode. Do not disturb. I wrapped the phone in aluminum foil like some paranoid YouTuber. The voices came through anyway, muffled but clear. You can't meet the dead, Sophie. We're already inside the signal. By day 10 I was filming myself for proof. TikTok drafts. Private. I needed someone, anyone, to tell me I wasn't losing my mind. The videos never uploaded. The phone deleted them the second I hit post. Instead it opened my camera app by itself and recorded me sleeping. In the footage my eyes were open, staring straight at the lens, mouth moving in perfect sync with voices that weren't mine. I started answering the calls, Mom first. She told me things only she could know. The lullaby she sang when I had nightmares. The exact words I whispered at her grave when no one else was around. Then she told me the accident wasn't an accident. Your father was behind the wheel that night, Sophie. Not me. He swapped the seats after. Insurance money. He's been living in Florida under a different name. Call him. Ask him. I called the number she gave me. A man answered on the second ring, Sophie. Same voice I remembered from childhood, deep, annoyed. How the hell did you get this number? I hung up and vomited into the sink. The phone screen glowed with a single text from Mom. Good girl. Now it's your turn. The spirits stopped being nice after that. They started showing me things. I'd close my eyes and the phone would press against my ear like a lover and play videos. Not recordings, live feeds. My own future. Me stepping in front of the L train at 4:12 p.m. next Tuesday. Me slicing my wrists in the bathtub while the phone films from the counter, screen cracked but still recording. Me buried in a cheap casket, the phone tucked inside my folded hands like a rosary, still buzzing. They wanted company. The girl from the Willis Tower became my constant companion. She called herself Echo. Her voice was soft, almost kind. It's peaceful once you cross. No rent. No deadlines. Just endless scrolling through everyone else's pain. You'll love it here, Sophie. We all do. I tried to destroy the phone. I smashed it with a hammer. The screen spiderwebbed. The voices laughed. I dropped it in the toilet. It kept ringing underwater, bubbles rising like tiny screams. I drove to the lake at midnight and hurled it as far as I could. 30 seconds later my pocket vibrated. Same phone. Dry. Pristine. Battery 100%. Wallpaper now a photo of me, taken from behind while I stood at the water's edge 2 minutes earlier. The final call came at 3:33 a.m. last night, unknown. No number. Just the word spirit in all caps. I answered, Mom's voice. But wrong. Deeper. Like something wearing her skin. Sophie, baby. It's time. We saved you a spot right next to me. All you have to do is open the window and step out. 5 stories. Quick. Clean. The phone will record everything so the others can watch. They're lonely too. I stood at the window. Rain streaking the glass. Chicago lights blurring below like dying stars. The phone rested warm in my palm, camera already rolling, red dot blinking like an eye that never sleeps. I looked at my reflection in the dark glass. My face was pale. My eyes were someone else's. And then I heard it, the softest whisper, straight from the speaker, straight into my skull. Smile, Sophie. This is going to get so many views on the other side. I stepped closer to the edge, the phone screen lit up one last time. A new contact appeared in my list, Sophia Reed, deceased, status, connected. I smiled back at the lens, and answered the call.
If you love stories that stay with you after midnight, subscribe. More darkness is coming. Now there's no turning back.